last couple of chapters, I figured out a couple of things. Well, I said at the end of 11, when the I started calling him Jerubbaal. His name is not that. It is Jerubbaal. Jerubbaal. That's why there's a hyphen there. I was getting it mixed up with Zerubbabel. But it's not Jerubbaal. It's Zerubbabel. And that's later on. But Jerubbaal means let Baal answer for them, something like this. That's when he flipped over, got rid of their Baal imagery. And then the end of this last chapter, I said, oh, that's war. No, that's not what happened here. Jephthah opened his mouth. That's the problem. It wasn't a matter of war that his daughter died. It was a matter of him opening his mouth. So that's a pretty severe lesson. Let's just move on to chapter 12. Yeah, but that's very heartbreaking, very sad story. It's just, I don't know. It says, and Jephthah vowed a vow unto the Lord and said, if thou shalt without fail deliver the children of Ammon into mine hands, then it shall be that whatsoever cometh forth of the doors of my house to meet me, when I return in peace from the children of Ammon, shall surely be the Lord's, and I will offer it up for a burnt offering. That's opening up your mouth. Like, that did not have to happen. That is frightening, right? Not because of the war. His daughter, his only offspring, he had to kill her because he made a promise to God. Well, don't make any promises to God like that. Man, that is severe. It's the way it is. Chapter 12. And the men of Ephraim gathered themselves together and went northward, and said unto Jephthah, wherefore passeth thou over to fight against the children of Ammon, and didst not call us to go with thee? We will burn thine house upon there with fire. Yeah, he's having a hard time. He's like his own tribe mates now. And Jephthah said unto them, I and my people were at great strife with the children of Ammon, and when I called you, ye delivered me not out of their hands. And when I saw that ye delivered me not, I put my life in my hands, and passed over against the children of Ammon, and the Lord delivered them into my hand. Wherefore then are ye come up unto me this day to fight against me? Then Jephthah gathered together all the men of Gilead and fought with Ephraim. Wow. And the men of Gilead smote Ephraim, because they said, ye Gileadites are fugitives of Ephraim among the Ephraimites and among the Manassites. Golly. And the Gileadites took the passage of Jordan before the Ephraimites, and it was so that when those Ephraimites which were escaped said, let me go over, that the men of Gilead said unto him, art thou an Ephraimite? If he say nay, then said they unto him. Oh, this is my favorite. This is one of my favorite stories. I didn't know it was right here. Say now Shibboleth. And he said Sibboleth, for he could not frame to pronounce it right. Then they took him and slew him at the passage of Jordan. And there fell at that time of the Ephraimites 42,000. And Jephthah judged Israel 6 years. Then died Jephthah the Gileadite and was buried in one of the cities of Gilead. I love that story. I forget what that's called. There's a certain term for that, but like in times of war, like I heard stories before about the USS Pampanito that we have here in San Francisco, World War II submarine, and like at one point there was some action and there was a bunch of people in the water and nobody knew who was who, but you ask people to speak English and you can tell really quick. But yeah, they can't pronounce the sh sound. They can just say s, right? Interesting. And like today, like Arabics, you don't have a P sound, right? They pronounce it as a B. And I really like the fact that they put this story in here. It's awesome. The Shibboleth story. It says, oh, there's the enemy, can't pronounce it. Okay. I love that story. And after him, Ibzan of Bethlehem, and they have it. They have a dash in between Beth and Lechem. Bethlehem, it's not one word, judged Israel. Ibzan. And he had 30 sons and 30 daughters, whom he sent abroad, and took in 30 daughters from abroad for his sons. And he judged Israel 7 years. Then died Ibzan, and was buried at Bethlehem. And after him, Elon, a Zebulunite, judged Israel. Oh, so we have a good Elon here. That's right, because when I looked it up the first time, where it's mentioned somewhere, I think in Genesis, maybe Numbers, when they're talking about Elon the Hivite, he was not a good guy. And then so I looked up in the how many times is that word in the Bible, that name. It said a few, and here's a good one. This is a judge of Israel. He did a good job. And after him, Elon, a Zebulunite, judged Israel, and he judged Israel 10 years. And Elon, the Zebulunite, died, and he was buried in Aijalon in the country of Zebulun. And after him, Abdon, the son of Hillel, a Pirathonite, judged Israel. And he had 40 sons and 30 nephews that rode on 70 ass colts. And he judged Israel 8 years. And Abdon, the son of Hillel, the Pirathonite, died, and was buried in Pirathon, in the land of Ephraim, in the mount of the Amalekites.